My name is Paul Albrecht, and I'm the pastor of the Journey Church here in Westfield, Indiana. Thank you for taking the time to come to our website and check out about our church. I know that when people do come to look at websites for churches, that oftentimes one of the key considerations is, who's the pastor? And that is important, because if you come to a church on a Sunday morning, you're going to see the pastor doing a lot of things from the front, most notably, of course, preaching. So I'd just like to take a minute or two just to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm married. I have 3 grown children. I actually have a good number of grandchildren also, which keeps us very busy. But I'm originally from the Philadelphia area, where I was born and where I was raised. And early on, at the age of 11, I came to know Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior, determined that I would live my life for Him. And then a few years later, as a teenager, I felt a distinct call to go into the full-time Christian ministry for the Lord. Later, I attended Albright College in Reading, Pennsylvania, where I received a bachelor's degree and focused in on a study of the language of the New Testament Greek. When I went to Eastern Baptist Seminary to receive my Master of Divinity degree, I was asked there to become a professor in teaching the introductory Greek classes, which I did for 12 years, and which I continue to do in the Indianapolis area and have done over the last 15 years. I eventually went to Princeton Theological Seminary for another degree, which enabled me to understand better the copying of the New Testament by the monks in the monasteries and how that process of the Bible coming into being took place. We came here in Indianapolis in 1984, and we served a church on the southwest side of Indianapolis for 17 years. I served as the pastor there, also did some work in youth ministry as well. And then in 2000, we came up here to Westfield to plant a new church, the Journey Church. We wanted to plant a church that would be more contemporary in its format, that would be a little bit more informal in terms of worship services, but also would emphasize a strong teaching and an apologetic ministry to defend the faith of Jesus Christ. We would welcome you to come to our worship services, where you would see what we are trying to do here in a challenging ministry to reach people who are in need for community, people who are looking for a church, people who are in need for answers to theological and spiritual questions. That's the kind of church we want to be. Those are the kinds of people that we want to serve. Thank you for taking the time to hear about me, and I hope that someday I'll see you at the Journey Church. God bless you.